Hello, starting my live video early today just in case because the weather is really beautiful outside. So in case it gets busy later, we're going to go ahead and get started now. So the card that I drew for today was the Six of Cups. I don't have my sketchbook with me because the Feminist Tarot is rolling on pretty well, and as I'm getting them colored and finished, I'm actually pulling them out of the sketchbook. So I don't have that with me, but you can check on BridgetOwens.com if you go through Tarot Resources, and there's a link to the progress page, and you can see every card. Some of them are still in the sketch phase, and some of them have been inked, and then some of them are colored in and finished. So you can kind of see how that is coming along. But I can actually describe what I drew here, because the Six of Cups is all about nostalgia in a as long as it's upright, in a good sort of, not just sort of rosy colored way, but not in the like getting lost in the past kind of nostalgia, but that idea of going back to your past to kind of regain a sense of self. And so I once again have filled out, I'm going to go through the answers that I put in the Tarot Readers Resource Workbook, which is a book of mine also available on BridgetOwens.com, which asks a series of questions for each card to help you sort of go into the meaning and establish your own description of what it means and a clear way of communicating about that. So I'll go through some of the questions that it asks, and I'd say that the keywords that summarize this for me is nostalgia, old friends, and comfort. It's that nostalgia in the way of just kind of remembering how things used to be, not a need to stay there, but just a fond memory, kind of bringing up those feelings. So fictional character, what fictional characters does this card remind me of? And the one that kind of popped to mind first was Rose in Titanic, and especially the old lady version, who's, you know, sort of going back to touch that part of her life that was really important, but not in a way of like wanting to go back there, because there's that really clear message of wanting to of all of the things that had meant that she went on to do, how that inspired her to do all the things in her life that she did. And so it was a fond memory that was an important part of herself that she was kind of touching again before the end. For me, the memory from my life that it brings to mind is really like my first, like my 10-year high school reunion, and that first time of being away from all of those people and then kind of coming together again, and not in a, hey, don't you wish you were in high school, but, you know, remember when this cool thing happened, or, you know, all the things that have changed, and kind of getting in touch with that part of you that after a decade you're a whole new person, or kind of ought to be, and kind of reacquainting yourself with that point in time in your life. The one of the questions that I put in the book is, what song expresses the idea of this card to you? And I thought, and then a song popped into my head, and I was like, I don't even really like this song this much, but Photograph by Nickelback. But it's that that captures it. So as far as book or movie, Grosse Pointe Blank, there's something about reunions that really encompasses this, and that's how I hello. I will be doing readings later. I just got here actually to start readings, but I've been caught off guard before and gotten into the reading and never got a chance to do the video, so we're just gonna knock this out early. But Grosse Pointe Blank, I love that movie, and it's I think another really good illustration of this idea, because it's somebody going back to kind of get in touch with who they used to be, not in a going back sense, but or becoming that person again, but kind of those memories form a foundation for who we've become. So sometimes it's good to touch that foundation again. And it's just a really funny movie if you haven't seen it. I actually drew, for the Feminist Tarot, I actually drew this card as like six women at a high school reunion, because I think that's a really good illustration of the idea. And as a one card reading, I would take this as a sort of a signal to reach out and connect with people I haven't connected with for a while, or doing something I haven't done in a long time to kind of touch back to those sort of foundational memories and get in touch with those feelings, especially when you start to, we all have times when we feel a little disconnected from ourselves, and I think in this case this would mean it's a good time to go back and touch on those. Reversed, the keywords become like resistance and sort of nostalgic depression, that sort of a fear of the future. It's that feeling of sort of hiding in the past and trying really hard to recapture something that's gone. And I would call it the grumpy old person card, actually. It's that like, damn fool kids and your technology and things that change, and I want things to be the way they used to be. In fact, it reminded me, it's fictional character, I put down Dana Carvey. If you're old like me and you remember Dana Carvey on SNL and his grumpy old man, that's the way it was, and we liked it. And and from my life, the memory that comes up is, for a long time I tried really hard to like recapture that part of the holiday season that was sort of magical to me as a kid, and trying really hard to like up the ante on all of the decorations and the things that we were supposed to do, and getting like celebrating really hard to kind of try to make it feel the way it used to. And it's kind of impossible to do that. You can create new connections that are similar to old ones, but you can't recapture things that are already past. And there's I tried for a long time, and now I had to learn to make something new. The theme song from Archie Bunker is a good song for that. That those were the days, and it's sort of a complete ignoring of what's good in the now, and kind of looking at the past through rose-colored glasses and seeing everything that's good instead of acknowledging that there was bad there too. And as far as movie or book, Footloose, and especially The Preacher, and that whole idea of trying really, really hard to preserve things and not letting them change, and holding on to something that's gone again. Sort of resisting change at all costs. So I think that reverse the Six of Cups really really tells you to stop resisting change, to do something new, to embrace something scary, to kind of let the past be the past, and to let go of things that are already gone, and to be honest about what the past was really like. That nostalgia feeling tends to smooth over a lot of things that were not good in the past, that we shouldn't sort of pretend weren't there. So that's a good reminder on that one. So I'm going to wrap this up and open the door so I can do readings today. Again, the Tarot Readers Resource Workbook is available on Amazon and through Bridget Owens. Well, it may not be on Amazon yet. BridgetOwens.com. It will be on Amazon. It's a slow process. And I will also, if you are not in the Springfield area and you're interested in a reading, you can get one via email through BridgetOwens.com. And on Facebook, I now have a tag. Thank you for following my page, because now I have enough followers I can change the tag. It's Bridget Owens Tarot, one word, on Facebook. And I believe that's kind of all for today. If you go, if you support Kickstarter projects, again, I'm still on Kickstarter with the Feminist Tarot deck. The short link is bit.ly, bit.ly/femtarot, FEMTAROT, and it's also linked through the Facebook page and all of that. And we are just over a month from the end, and so plenty of time to support it, and I would really, really appreciate that support. So have a good night, everybody, and I'll see you next week.